I think you have to give him credit for two big things, Tom. One really was rescuing the party from the horrors of the 2016 to 2019 period, when the Parliament was in a complete quagmire over Brexit. The Tory party, if you remember, came even behind the Green Party in the European elections of that year. And he took the Conservative Party from that absolutely devastating position to win a majority of 80. He therefore got Brexit over the line and he defeated Jeremy Corbyn. That, if you like, was his high point, that massive majority. But then, with that majority, he failed really to achieve any significant reforms during the period he was in power. No house building, no simplification of the tax system, no control of immigration, really. So a very disappointing record, given he won that huge majority.
It's interesting remembering Boris Johnson's 2019 pitch for the leadership of the Conservative Party. He used an acronym. DUDE, he said. Deliver Brexit, unite the country, defeat Corbyn, and then energise the country. He used to say that actually it was just the first three, but he added the E because it was an unfortunate acronym, DUD, that he didn't want to be saying. And I wonder, actually, if we look back at his record on each of those 4 points, DUDE, he seems to have certainly delivered Brexit, certainly defeated Jeremy Corbyn, to a large extent united the Conservative Party, which before he became Prime Minister was seeing defectors from it to other parties, etc. It seems more united now than it was certainly 3 years ago. But when it comes to energising the country, the fourth point of that acronym, perhaps it hasn't been entirely completed.
Yeah, I think I've made sort of push back a little bit, Tom, on the idea that he's united the Conservative Party as well. I think he failed really when he sacked. Remember those MPs who were resisting making Brexit happen? He expelled a lot of Conservative MPs, big heavyweights, including Ken Clarke from the party. I thought that was the right decision at the time because they were obstructing the will of the people in opposing the referendum result. But after winning that 2019 general election, he really should have brought the party back together and brought some of the big beasts back in. And instead, he really kept the cabinet largely of Brexiteers. They weren't the most talented people necessarily in the party. I think he has always really failed to reach out to other members of the party to really re-establish the big church that when the Conservative Party is at its strongest. But yes, you're absolutely right. Fundamentally, the man who was always good at giving people hope, giving people the sense of achievement, he was a believer in Britain. He has failed to energise the country. He's failed to deliver the long-term reforms that will mean that could have meant that Britain was looking forward to a much more competitive era.